Never before was science so determined. From the deeps of the Caribbean to the underwater jungles of the Everglades, they baited their traps and gambled their lives to put a daring dream to the test.
The creature can be changed. We can make the diamond step and bring a new species into existence.
Here was the grimmest cargo ever to reach civilization. Was this a new being created by a miracle of science?
Fire burned away the outer scale. There's a structure of human skin underneath.
We are live.
All right.
I'm like, so at least I assume we are live.
From the haunted woods.
The haunted woods behind my house that you can clearly see in the background of the not scary mason. Or is it?
You be the judge.
Okay, cool. We're not getting any echo. Well, we will there, but so first of all, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing good. We're doing good. This is our first outdoor podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of many to come. And
I don't know, it's pretty spooky out here.
yeah, just wait till it gets dark.
I hope I don't hear a Blair Witch.
Oh shit. Which week will bleed into Creature Week?
Creature Week.
Yeah. Which week? The witch said, oh. It's like, oh shit, I should bring up my notes. Until then, stall.
Stall. So
as you can see, we recently had some fucking passaways.
Yeah, sad.
And
It's always sad when one of the buddy boys dies.
Yeah. And we have to bury them, and since we don't know their name.
Well, they're not buried, their skeletons are still...
Yeah, true. Somehow they instantly bleached. But like, yeah, the buddy boys, they're just chilling out.
Ashes to ashes.
Dust to dust. They're like some fuckers we wouldn't trust.
Nice.
I don't understand. Like, that was always the thing I remember. People, obviously, they wouldn't say fuckers, but like, here lies a man I wouldn't trust. It's like, why the fuck did you spend all that time writing it on the tombstone? But I guess, is it supposed to be on the tombstone, or is it just supposed to... I think I'm putting
the
more
only thing that should be on a
into it.
tombstone is
It's
pepperoni.
The Red Baron's like, he's like, I went through fucking mustard gas, fucking shit for this. Okay, so enough of the preamble, or is it? Let's get on to nerd news.
All right.
Spooky news.
I've got some scary news.
Oh shit.
Should I start?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Because my nerd news is they announced this week that there's going to be another Hellraiser remake, and Pinhead is going to be played by a female.
Oh.
Jamie Clayton. And I think, like, as always, there's like internet outrage. Like, Pinhead can't be a woman. It's like, dude, why not? Like,
yeah.
Like, of all the creatures, like, you know.
I mean, in the second one, they kind of ruined the mystique of like who Pinhead even is. They like tell you it was like, isn't he like a World War II like Nazi guy or something? I don't even remember. That gets turned into
really
like the main Cenobite or whatever, like Pinhead. Yeah. But it's like, it's shown that it doesn't really matter. It's like it's just been a guy because that's who they started with and they just kept going with it. But it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Not only that, but they've had plenty of Cenobites that were women. Mm-hmm. Like, why couldn't one of them be in charge? Like,
and most of them, like, you can't even tell what gender they are. They're just like monstrous creatures,
right?
Of the damned.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be a good movie, but...
I'm like, it's fucking dog shit that anybody would want a woman in a movie. Yeah, it's the same kind of people that are, like, fucking... They get upset over, like, shit like that. It's like...
Even when Daniel Craig was casted, like, James Bond can't be blonde. It's like, why not? Who cares? Like, that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What would you think about, like, a female James Bond? I guess it wouldn't be James Bond. It would be, like, Jane Bond.
I want to see James Bond, not Jane Bond.
Ah. I want to see James Bond continue to rape people.
Well, he did it in the last movie.
Like Sean Connery did.
He did it in the last movie, dude.
Well, I mean, yeah, true.
On the day of her husband's funeral.
the day of the husband's wife's
Husband's funeral.
I mean, it was even worse back in fucking Sean Connery days.
Yeah.
It was like the lady would literally be like, no, 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 no. And then he's like, yo. And then they would treat it like a romantic scene. And I was like, you're getting raped fucking right now. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, Jesus, this isn't fucking something to celebrate. This is, in fact, a rape. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like with James Bond, though, like, I feel like that could be, like... They could have another agent that's 007, but, like to take over the role if they wanted to. I don't really care.
It all comes down to, like, is the script good?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the thing that always, like, I don't understand is when they're like, James Bond can't be anything but, like, a white English person. And I was like, it could be a black guy. Like, it could be an Asian person. Like, what's the... I mean, I think probably the only thing... Maybe, like, it would have to be somebody that was, like, in service of MI6, so, like a English person. But, you know...
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't be like, oh, we're going to have, like, an American play him, because it's, like... That'd be, like...
Well, they almost had
Felix
Burt Reynolds
Leiter.
back in the day.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Even that, I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. The problem is James Bond's so stuck in, like, a... one thing. It's like, they need to kind of shake things up with that character. The best thing I think they did was when they had him, like, get married, and then, like, they killed off his wife. It actually, like... And they, like, tried to shake stuff up, but then, like, the next person that came in was like, nope. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, well...
Like, bring back Sean Connery.
Yeah, I was like, cool. That was totally fun.
Yeah.
Anyway. Bullshit is what I say to that, dude.
What do you got?
That's a good question. What do I have? James Gunn can't wait to show fans what other DC projects he's cooking up. I guess that's the news article for that one? Okay. Oh, I guess they're doing, like, a docu-series for Shudder. That's, like, all the monsters. Let me mute these tabs here real quick. But they're doing, like, a Candyman one, Chucky, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger,
About,
Pinhead.
like, the making of the movies?
It's... Let's see... I guess I should look at the article, not the link. I'm like, Shudder has released a trailer for upcoming docu-series titled Behind the Monsters and will take a deep dive into some of the classic horror films that were born in the 80s. And I guess they have, like, new interviews with people that were, like, in the... You know, like, so, like, Tony Todd and all that kind of crap.
And he's like, don't do it. Don't
yeah,
do
so,
it.
like, Matt got me this, this Cameo, and he gave it to me yesterday, or the day before, I think it was, and I was like, you're like, I couldn't wait, you have to see this, and I was like, I wonder what it is, like, clicked on it, and it was like, yeah, it was Tony Todd, and I was like, holy shit, and you were like, we both loved you in, like, Night of the Living Dead remake or whatever, and he started quoting it or whatever, and I was, like, freaking out. And he was, like, cracking me up, though, because, yeah, he was like, when there's a basement, don't go in the basement. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Beware the basement.
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, he said a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, what the fuck?
What's happening? This is Tony Todd. How you feeling today? Michael, this has been booked by Matt. Thank you both for enjoying my work in Night of the Living Dead remake. Michael, I want to wish you a very happy and thrilling birthday. But the way I dealt with the zombies and Night of the Living Dead, I hope you don't run into nobody like that on the way from the farmhouse to the pickup truck and then can't find the damn key. Here's a hint. Beware of the basement. Don't do it. Don't go down there. Peace and respect, my brother. Happy birthday.
He's like, stay safe, my brother. And I was like, okay. But,
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, hasn't there been enough about those movies at this point? Like, they're kicking a dead horse.
I agree. It's just, like, New York City Comic-Con is going on this weekend, and I didn't get my notes. I got these notes, like, this week. So I'm sure there's way better shit that's come out since then, but I'm not going to spend, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not going to spend my time and your fucking time wasted on this nerd news bullshit segment that nobody likes anyway.
The most hated segment, Nerd News.
I mean, honestly, I think it's the one where we bitch the most because it's always bad news.
Yeah.
Or we're just old fucks. You decide. Tell us in the comments. Okay, so let's go on to our recommendation. Oh, sorry.
It's time for...
I'm like, let me just ruin this.
Recommendation Nation!
Hell yeah. Okay, so what do you recommend to this nation?
So, Recommendation Nation is an open forum, and I try to think outside the box sometimes.
Think outside the bun for once.
I am,
motherfucker.
because I'm recommending a food.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, I feel one of the underrated snacks out there. Munchos. Everyone's seen them at the gas station, and everyone skips over them because they're like the most generic looking snacks you could have, but they're like tasty crisps.
I'm gonna have to like put a picture of this on the thing because I don't know what the fuck these are.
I guarantee you've had them because I brought them over many times.
And you shoved them down my throat. while I
Yeah,
was
every
sleeping.
time everyone's like, "Oh, what are these? These are awesome."
Munchos?
They're like-
Oh, they're like a potato chip that like, okay.
But they're like lighter than air. Like you bite into it and it like disappears instantly. But they're really good. And they're one of the like
They're part of the PepsiCo family, apparently.
one of my favorite corporations. But they're underrated. They're like as cheap and low quality as you can get, but like they're good. Screw it.
Did you just have some today or something?
No. But I was thinking about them.
No.
No,
The time that we went to
want some.
Skyline, I was like, I'll take barbecue chips, and they like brought me regular. And after the meal, I was like, cool, a dessert chip.
So everyone try Munchos next time you're at a crappy gas station.
Yeah. Or just buy them in the store.
You can buy them at the store.
So my recommendation is the host for Creature Week. It is another creature feature. We watched that movie a while back. The
Yeah.
Host, 2006. I'll just read like the small little blurb here for it because I feel like I'm pretty bad at describing things I recommend, so I have to start like writing down what this stuff's about. But fucking fire. A monster emerges from Seoul's Han River and begins attacking people. One victim's loving family does what it can to rescue her from its clutches.
Yeah.
It's like a mutated tadpole or some shit.
I remember being disappointed by it when we watched it because like I wasn't ready for the weird like melodrama stuff. So I should probably watch it again now that I know like what to expect.
Yeah.
Good lord, man.
What, the smoke?
Ah!
I don't think people can see it on the camera.
We're gonna be in
but
those. We're gonna be under those tombstones at the end of this.
I tried spraying it out earlier, and it's like come back with a vengeance.
It's okay. Recommendation Nation.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the weekly topic, which I don't have a thing for, so we can get the full effect of our faces.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this fucking sucks. So next time, I'm not doing a fire. Next week, out here.
Yeah, because we'll be dead
Yeah.
within the hour.
I guess I could have a fire and throw us in there. So our
We
first...
get roasted like those witches last week.
Hell yeah, when they got spit roasted, my god. So first we're going to talk about your nomination for this week, The Creature Walks Among Us.
All right.
So this is a 1950. This is like the last installment of not only the Creature of the Black Lagoon series, but like the monster, like the whole
Universal monsters.
Yeah. Yeah. So like this is like they had the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then like what, the Revenge or something.
I think it's
like
Revenge
that.
of the Creature.
And then The Creature Walks Among Us. In the Creature from the Black Lagoon series from Universal Pictures. So I actually did some research, and I guess they did like a novelization of this as well, which actually like was like, oh, the actual origin of like the Gill Man is that like he's like a giant that's like 30 tons.
What?
And they like go into like the Amazon, and he's like as big as the boat.
Really?
Yeah. And like then they also had like a book called like times Black Lagoon, where it's like shown that like actually like the Gillmen are like an extraterrestrial race that like came to Earth and crashed during the Devonian period on a giant spaceship.
Wow.
Called the Mother, which crashed on Earth. The Gill people have the ability to communicate telepathically, and then I guess there's like different versions of them and stuff, but like he's like the last of his people. So yeah,
that's quite a bit more than what's in the series.
Oh yeah, like I just had to, I wanted to like look it up because I was always curious about like this creature, because like, you know, he's got these 3 films and then they kind of bring him back in like Monster Squad as like a, you know, that thing.
Is that a chainsaw?
Oh. So what made you pick this film to watch for Creature Week?
Good question. And I'll give you an even
I still
better
don't know. I couldn't tell you if I tried. Fuck.
It's because I've had a special place in my heart for like the creature from the Black Lagoon ever since we watched it way back in the day when we were little kids. Like we were probably like 8 years old or something.
What is going on with my computer? It's like possessed by the devil, Bobby Boucher.
And
yeah,
like, it's always been my favorite monster just because it was the first one that I actually saw.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the rest of the series, and the sequel was pretty forgettable, but the third one was like not forgettable because we'll talk about it. But
yeah, I've seen the first one obviously, but I've never seen like Revenge.
The second one, it's your straightforward sequel back where they pretty much just repeat the same thing from the first one with it's not as good.
Yeah, I got the set though because it was like,
oh nice,
like the Blu-ray where it was like, hey, we've got 1, 2, and 3 on here, and
the only other thing that's notable about the second one is Clint Eastwood's in it. Like he has a cameo back before he was popular.
A star, yeah.
But I hadn't seen it in forever and wanted to watch it. And yeah. But yeah, of all the Universal monsters, like the creature is my personal favorite. So, what'd you think?
I can give you my rating after the film.
It's okay.
But I don't know.
Let's just say, like, it's not a great movie. Let's just get it out there. And for the first, like, hour-ish, I was like, uh-oh. But by the end, like, there's enough crazy stuff that happens in it that I think it's worth watching for sure. And I think I like how it's so different from the original.
I wouldn't go so far as to say it's worth watching, but maybe if you just watch the end, that part might be worth watching. But which is weird because I think I have a lot of notes in here that like actually praise this movie, so we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, so like first off the bat, I have to say the credits were an eye killer because they do this thing where they fade the credits out, but they haven't completely gotten rid of the old credits before the new ones come in. So it's like this weird overlay, and I'm like,
you're like,
yeah, I'm like that was I was like, oh god, here we go. This is the first sign of madness. So like then the lady, which is like the husband's wife, the doctor's like wife is like driving down this road at like 1,000,000 miles per hour over this like little straight or whatever.
Wasn't it like fast motion or something?
Yeah,
it was like
it was like the shit they used to do in the Monsters or something, and I was like, but it wasn't like done for comedic effect, and it was also like it just looked really fast because nothing else was moving, so it was like everything else was stationary, and she was just like, whoa. I was like, huh? They also have like a thing here which is like the original Doctor scene where like everybody's just Doctor, hello Doctor, and I was like,
it was almost like, is this for real? Like, are they serious?
Yeah, because it was like that one movie with Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase where they do that, like Spies Among Us or whatever.
Spies Like Us.
We're Spies Among Us. Where they like, they're like, they do that same thing, but it's obviously like a fucking parody, but this isn't. It's like, is this real right now?
My first note was cigarette voices. Like, everyone has cigarette voices in this movie. Like, especially the main dude, Rex Reason.
Yeah.
He has the lowest voice.
Yeah, everybody.
He's probably like 25 years old.
No, yeah, but all these people are like supposedly doctors, but they're like barrel-chested, like chiseled, chinned, like fuck off.
Like Hollywood.
The closest they get to an actual, like, doctor are, like, the subordinate guys, like the radar worker and, like, the assistant that has that mustache. Everybody's got slicked back, like, black hair.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
Pomade
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm a Dapper Dan man, goddammit.
I'm a Dapper Dan man. I don't want fuck, goddammit.
I told you it was in the Everglades. Enough. The main scientist is flipping out because of how well they got his instruments put together. Like, that whole thing was so weird. He was like, I have to commend you. You have my instruments laid out perfectly. And I was like,
there's so much
what
science
is this dog
like,
shit?
crap in this movie that's like only there for filler. Like, if you got rid of the science mumbo jumbo in this movie, it'd be like 10 minutes long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, like, the creature's in it for, like, 5 minutes. It's so stupid. This radar is able to not only see where the depth and feed are, but, like, what kind of fish it is. The guy's like, oh, look what we have here, giant rock lobster. I was like, at that time, doubtful. Like, fuck off. Pulling down a chart to show the creature next to a man. That was funny because they were both, like, naked. And, like, the one guy was, like, T-posing. I was like, huh? And then, like, the wife is, like, blasting a shotgun or a rifle, and she's like, I just killed 2 sharks.
Yeah, she's blowing away these sharks.
Yeah, trying to save,
Dude,
like, these random porpoise, or, like, these whales or something. Or not whales, but dolphins. And I was like, what the
She's serving a youthful porpoise. I believe.
It was fucking so ridiculous. I was like...
Yeah, that was out of control. Yeah, that was crazy.
There's, like, the implication that the main doctor surgeon owns his wife in this movie, because he treats her... I mean, this is, like, a product of its time, because there's one woman on this ship, and there's, like, a bunch of dudes, and they're all making, like, eyes at her, and I'm like...
Yeah, and it's annoying because, like, it's the token woman, and, like, she's not even a real character at all in this movie. Like, she's only there to, like, screw around and, like, screw things up, and it's
well,
like...
she has, like, that cool scene where she, like, she's shooting a gun, and I'm like, holy shit, she's, like...
Yeah, it starts out, and it's like, oh, man.
And she can dive, but then they instantly get rid of that, and she becomes, like, the whole, like...
An object.
Yeah, pretty much, like, something besides... Like, the 2 things that drive this movie are her and the creature.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, if they had never found the creature, then it would have just been her. It's... Yeah. So, like, they're going to catch the creature from the Black Lagoon or something, but it's, like, playing Disney adventure music from, like... You know, like, when they're going out there. And I'm like,
yeah, I like that stuff. That was, like... It reminds me of the Jungle Cruise, like, ride.
It's just very out of... character. Like, it didn't fit at all. I was like, what?
I thought, like, the riverboat stuff was cool. It's kind of like in the first movie.
I know, like, when they were on, like, they went on this, like, rowboat, and then they went from, like, the boat to, like, a village, and I'm like, where are they right now? Are they in, like, the Amazon yet? Are they in Florida still? Like, are they in California? Like, you can't tell where anything is, because it's so fucking shit. Dude laying in bed with a scarred up face, like the guy that got, like, fucked up by, like, the creature, I guess. I don't know if that ties into a previous movie, or if, like, this guy's just, like...
Yeah, I don't remember.
Just some random dude.
Yeah.
But, like... the guy's like, the creature is smart like man. Or, the creature is not smart like man. It's smart like devil. I'm like, what? It's like the devil is smarter than a man? I don't understand. So this note is, I was like, what the fuck? So, like, this guy, like, is laying in bed because he's, like, fucked up, and his, like, leg is all messed up, and he's crippled because of, like, what the creature did to him, and he's, like, laying in bed, and they're, like, talking to him, and they asked him, like, where's the knife that you used to fight the creature with, which is weird, because, like, he doesn't even say that he used a knife, but they're like, where's the knife you used to fight him with? And he's like, it's, pointing to, like, the drawer, and instead of, like, them just opening the drawer and, like, looking at it, like, essentially they make this, like, crippled guy get up, walk across the room, open the drawer, grab it just to hand to the dude that was, like, literally, like, he could have reached out and grabbed it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was like, really, guys? That was fucking asshole. They were like, get over there and get that shit, Worrell. I was actually kind of surprised there wasn't something like that in this movie.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
The main scientist wants to so this is like the whole point of this movie for the most part, is that the main scientist wants to capture the Gillman and turn him into another form of life for no fucking reason. But like the pursuit of doing that is like he's like, I want to go into space. And I'm like, he's like, that's the next area that humans aren't equipped to go into. And I'm thinking, what the fuck would having like a creature going from breathing underwater to breathing air help? Like, there's nothing to breathe in space. Like, that wouldn't do shit. Yeah, that was like there was no reason. I was like,
there's so many like leaps in logic.
Right.
It's like, wow.
What'd you think about that part? Were you like, what?
Yeah, I was like, well, I didn't see that coming. And that's why
it was funny. Like, it was I think I'm coming around. I think it's enough to like watch this movie to like talk about for a podcast and
like,
joke
it's really
about.
Bizarre.
But it's like, this makes no fucking sense. Like,
my favorite line in this movie or any movie is like they're looking at microscopic stuff and the main dude's like, are the corpuscles beveled? It's like, are we really getting into this weeds to this level? Like, come on, like, this is a little bit too much information, like, for your Gillman monster movie.
Yeah. So they go down to like dive for the first encounter with the Gillman, and they're like, the one dude's like, I don't need to know how far to go down by a gadget. I know myself. And I'm like, bullshit, you do. Like, that's bullshit. That is correct.
He's like, I don't need a mask.
Right. I was like, you're dead. He's like, that is correct. We are going deeper. Then, like, instantly the Gillman, like, pops up out of nowhere like a freaking jump scare. I'm like, what?
With his classic Gillman theme.
Yeah, I was like, what is this dog shit?
Yeah.
So we've got our top 10 creatures.
Ah.
In no particular order. Phantom of the Opera. So, like, there's not very... Like, there are a lot of Universal creatures, but not a lot of Universal creatures. Like, enough to make this list, to a degree. So number 10 is Phantom of the Opera. Number 9, The Bride of Minimi. Frankenstein. Number 8, The Invisible Man. Number 7, The Gillman. Number 6.
Is number 7? Should be number 1. Come on.
Fuck that. Actually, he
could go into space.
He is really cool, but he's like, as far as popularity, I think I'd probably have to put these as popularity to a degree.
Yeah.
They will, as usual, be joke number 1 and 1s. Number 6, The Mummy. Number 5, Wolfman. Number 4, Frankenstein's Monster. Number 3, Dracula. And number 2 and 1 is Abbott and Costello.
And technically, that counts. It checks out.
Yeah.
Actually, that should be Recommendation Nation, is Abbott and Costello versus Frankenstein and meets Dracula.
Maybe.
Is it Frankenstein or Dracula? Because they're both in the movie.
Yeah.
But I forget what it's called.
Yeah, so is like the Wolfman.
Yeah.
It's like the only one where like all three of them are actually in a film. Which is actually, I wish that they did more shit like that, where they would cross over stuff, because like, as much as like we kind of like have bitched about that stuff before, I was like, I really wish that they would like do that. I remember like years ago when they like had that whole thing where like they were gonna have like 21 Jump Street like crossover with Men in Black, and I was like, dude, that would have been so good, because it would have been actually like funny again, and it would have actually probably brought life to like the Men in Black series to a degree, because the Men in Black International movie was like horrible. I saw that like because it was like
you
free.
Actually watched that?
It was like free to watch, and I was like,
it probably wasn't even worth free.
I mean, most movies that I've watched like that are free like aren't worth watching, but like they did the whole bait and switch. They were like, what's his face is in this movie, like Liam Neeson, but then he like ends up being in it for like 2 minutes, and you're like,
nice.
Then it's like the Chris what's his name, Chris Hemsworth show, and he plays like the I'm gonna just do improv the whole time guy.
That's why the Dark Universe was gonna be so great. Can't believe they shut it down. Why?
Because they're racist.
Dark Universe.
Are you a fucking fan of the Dark Universe, baby? Are you?
You want to see Tom Cruise doing some stunts in your Mummy movie, baby? Yeah.
I was like, Should have just started with Dracula Untold, like re-released that in theaters, and then done like Frankenstein and the Wolfman, and then you can do the Mummy. Like, no one gives a fuck about the Mummy. Come on.
You did leave out one mention in your list.
Of what?
Decker versus Dracula.
Decker.
It's not canon.
Decker's not a real monster.
Oh yeah, he is.
Unless he rapes. Okay, so like the Gill Man is here. He's here to get you. I was like, huh? Like when he like pops up, I was like, what the fuck? There's a cool shot where they swim past and like the Gill Man is in the background, kind of.
Yeah.
Stalking them, but I almost feel like that was a fuck up because like I don't give this movie enough credit. Because he was like in the background, like fucking spaghetti style. I was like, what? Because the rest of the shots are literally it'll do like a shot of them swimming, and then he's like rustling in the fucking like weeds like super fast motion, and I'm like, this sucks. I actually fast forwarded past a lot of that because it was literally because it was literally like like fuck off, man.
I think this suffers from like Thunderball syndrome, where anything with like underwater footage inherently like makes me want to fall asleep just because it's so slow.
I mean, they also back then they were like, look how fucking awesome this is. No one really
Can you believe we're underwater?
Right. So they literally like just show it off for 10 hours, and it's like, dude, this fucking sucks.
And it's really bad when they bring the girl down with them and she's just like screwing around or something. Like, what's she doing?
Yeah, they have like a part here where like the lady gets tired or drunk or something and then starts swimming and like doing dances in the water, and then she like passes out underwater, and they have to
is
save
she trying
her.
to commit suicide?
But that like makes no sense because she was fine like as deep as they were before.
Right.
So it was just like they just had to throw some bullshit in there. This is where the movie for her character really starts to take a nosedive, because she was kind of like starting to be like cool before that, and then after that it was like, I'm kind of getting tired of these ocean games. Catch the fucking Gillman are in this fucking film. That was my note. They have a gun where they like spray him, but like they do it underwater and it like doesn't do shit the first time.
Yeah, I think like that's from the first movie, because how they eventually defeat him is like they put a chemical in the water that like removes
he like pretty much like passes out. Yeah,
but I guess like it doesn't work this time.
It was like way bigger. Like they were in the ocean this time. Was before he was just in this small lagoon, and that was kind of like the cool thing about the first one. It was like there are places on Earth that like you could go that you could find something that has never been seen before, and is like a holdover from like, you know, billions and trillions of, well, not trillions of years ago, trillions of years ago. It's like the Earth is being formed. He's like, I'm a fucking lava monster. I'm like, it's Q from fucking Star Trek when he takes like Picard back to see like the fucking primordial ooze or whatever. He's like, are you gonna fucking jerk me off in there, baby? So it's like, she collapses and they start like sinking, and somebody saved her, of course. I was like, this is 1956.
Right.
Cool. 24 minutes in of a 77-minute film and nothing has fucking happened.
Tons of stuff has happened. They talked about transforming a creature and sending him into space.
I actually have a note here which is just a bunch of Z's. Dude just left his fucking wife after she like almost died underwater. Like the guy that's like jealous of other people with his wife.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm looking at my phone. You're my wife. Conduct yourself that way. I don't know any other way. Don't ever try to leave me or try to make a fool of me. Good. I was like, good lord, man. What the fuck is this? Honestly, if they had taken out this whole plot with like him being jealous of his wife and that whole thing, I would be fine with like this being like
a 20-minute movie.
Gill Man and like science stuff, because I'm not against like this fantastical like, you know, going inside of a body kind of like ridiculous sci-fi they used to have back in the day. Like that was like, you know, sci-fi origins and stuff, so I'm completely fine with it. It's just like they interjected in this like love quadrangle or triangle that was just like unneeded. Like no one gives a fuck about this, especially when they're just going to treat like the lady as a fucking object. Like the random shot of the Gill Man, I think that's also like the biggest shame, is like the Gill Man looks fucking awesome in this movie as usual. But then like they made him fucking looked weird. And they put like a sack on him, and I was like, they also like transform his body. So like when he transforms into like a human gill man, he grows. And
yeah, it becomes like a Hulk.
He's like a lurch. I'm like, what? He boxed himself into a corner. Oh yeah, he's like, he'll box himself into a corner, or could be the other way around. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Is he gonna like take on the whole boat?
That's kind of what he does in the first movie.
Right, that's true. But it was also like a lot less people and like yeah.
I love that boat though.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a problem with like the boat and the other stuff. It was just kind of like some of it. It was like, oh my god, get to the fucking point, man. He sped up. Holy shit! Like when he was like, I guess he's like as quick as the fucking boat at full speed.
Yeah.
I have a note here that says "drop the anchor." Because that guy was like, "Drop the anchor," and they actually show it being dropped too on thing, which I thought was pretty cool. So now we get to the part where they're actually going after him for the final time, and they have a freaking rear projection for them in the boat. And I don't have a problem with that because I used to do this all the time in movies back in the day. But it's off kilter, and like instead of like it would be like this, it'd be like if we were filming it from the side. So it's like they're going sideways, and like the fucking rear projection, like you can see the waves from the boat that they filmed, and it's going this way. I was like, huh?
Quality.
There's enough sleep juice in these things to knock out an elephant. I was like, oh, okay. So that's like they've got these spears that have like the shit in them. They've got like the thing that can spray in his face, and a bunch of other stuff, you know. They all get scared by an animal noise, which was funny. It happens like twice. It was like, eh. So he jumps out of the water and he like fucking punches the fucking light and breaks it. Which I thought I was cracking up. So like this part cracked me the fuck up. You know what I'm about to talk about?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So I like, what in the hell? The Gillman jumps up on the boat and they shoot him twice with these harpoons that like have the sedative in them. And he like freaking picks up a gas can and like immolates himself Buddha's crisis style. And they throw a bomb on him and fucking he instantly is like, because you can tell the cut, it's like instantly. And I'm like, what the hell? Then he falls into the water, comes up and flips everybody out of the boat, and apparently the water is shallow enough for everybody just to stand up in. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, honestly, if the movie was just it would be 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like, but it was like so fucking random.
And that's exactly what happened in Cruel Jaws, remember? When
yeah.
The woman's like, ah!
Yeah, because like, it was so fucking stupid, but it was so funny. It was like,
because it looks like he's like purposefully dumping the gas.
Yeah, he picks up the gas and he's like in protest.
It's supposed to be like, whoa.
Yeah, he's like Tiananmen Square, like fucking kill me, fucking. Yeah. It's like cool,
dude. Great scene.
Yeah,
great moment.
Then like a scene happens that makes even less sense somehow. He like, for some reason, tries to pick up a tree and then just like passes out because of the sedatives. But like, why were you trying to pick up that tree? He was like, huh?
It's a good creature attack.
Yeah,
one of the highlights of the movie.
Completely ineffective, but it was funny. So then they're like,
this is where things get really weird.
Yeah, he's burned over fucking 90% of his body or some bullshit, and like really you can't tell that because like they're like touching him and it's like he looks the same as he did before. So they take him and they're like, when they this is where it kind of sucks dick because fucking they get rid of the old creature suit, and he's completely wrapped in bandages like fucking, you know, Twilight Zone style.
Yeah, somehow grows twice the size that he originally was.
And his gills are too badly burned to take in any sort of water for oxygen, which wouldn't matter anyway because they're not underwater. But like, you know, they're saying, hey, he can't fucking live underwater, and then they did like an x-ray and they were like, he has perfectly formed lungs. And I'm like, well, yeah, like fucking just because an animal is underwater doesn't mean it doesn't have some sort of lungs. Like it's just the gills are there to make it so you can breathe with the fucking, like, extract the oxygen out of the water. But having said that, like...
Well, this is where there's another amazing line, which is, we're changing a sea creature into a land creature. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
This is how you do your sequel. Just go totally insane with it. Like,
yeah.
What's the thing about the Gill Man? Like, he's a water monster. Well,
Yeah.
let's put him on the lane.
Yeah, and make it
Turn him into a man.
Make it like the worst out of the three. So they have to do like a tracheotomy here, and then like they give him like a sedative, and they keep taking readings every 10 seconds in this film. And the doctor's wife is playing a piano. The hunter is watching her and listening. She gets uncomfortable, and he gets up, but like the doctor, like this one other guy is like essentially trying to fucking like get with her, and like at first I thought maybe something was going on between them, but like nothing is, because he keeps like pushing it, and she's like, what the like not having it. Yeah, I was like, this is fucked up. So they do the thing where they fade from one scene to the next scene, but it's in the exact same position and like spot. They take a reading and they're like, okay, he is fucking changing. Next scene. Okay, time for the next reading. I'm like, we don't need to see every fucking time that you take a reading. This isn't like a hospital or like a real, this isn't like, camera footage. This isn't camera footage. So the monster is getting up from like his hospital bed, and he's all in bandages. But all he does is break free from the shackles that bind him to being an amphibian.
Yeah.
And he like goes back to sleep or something. And I was like, okay. Well. There's more wonderful dialogue in this movie. Is that all you can do is talk? No, I like to swim too. This Grant guy's a fucking creep. He's like always trying to hit on the doctor's wife. Hopefully the Gill Man kills him. Spoiler, he doesn't, but someone else does. The fire burned away the outer scale, and there's human skin under the Gill Man's fucking, like, scales. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what? He looks like a bald fucking billionaire in this movie. Like, as soon as, like they got rid of the cool, like, crests and all that shit, and he's just...
Yeah, he looks totally different.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Nature hasn't created a new major... Where's it at? Yeah, this. Nature hasn't created a new major type of animal in over 400 million years. I'm like, that's gotta be fucking wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right at all.
Because, like, I looked this up, and it's like the Devonian period spanned 60.3 million years from the end of, whatever. So, like, this is where, like, fish thrived and began to, like, just walk on land. And I'm like, so mammals don't count as a major type of animal, I guess?
Apparently not.
Or
humans?
Anything that came after that, like dinosaurs, birds. Yeah, like... Yeah, he's not even counting him fucking himself. Like, what? He's like... I'm talking Gilman, motherfucker.
You mean the science in this movie isn't rock solid? What?
Most of it is not.
The corpuscles weren't beveled.
They got him in the Mike Myers jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Kind of. I was like,
I love that.
Except for they like show the tiny work they did for the arms and like the fucking head, and it was like, and like the feet, because they didn't want to do the rest. What the hell? The husband like grabbed her. She said, "Please, no." He kissed her and he said, "You're useless," and then threw her on the couch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, nobody's a good guy in this film. Actually, there is one good human in this fucking movie, and it's the guy that the main scientist is always like having debates with. Like, he's a pretty solid guy, but like as far as the main people, because the hunter is like a complete asshole.
Yeah, to me, like, all of the human characters are so not memorable. Like, I've already
as far as like their traits, like he's a nice guy, but like, and he's like a nice professor, whereas like the hunter's an asshole. The husband is like paranoid and is like, I guess like she cheated on him in the past, because from what the dialogue, and he's like, he treats her like shit and fucking hits her and stuff. The woman is like interesting in the beginning. Within the first like couple of minutes, they like bitch her ass out, and she's like a total piece of crap. And then, like, the other scientists are just there to tell the other people, like, what they see on radar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, this sucks. One guy, like, keeps watch on the creature 24/7, the hunter. And then, like, so this guy I had to look up his name because I couldn't just keep saying the guy. Because all these people, like...
They're all the guy.
Yeah. But this guy that's, like, the hunter, that's an asshole, I guess his name was Grant. Sergeant Grant! But, like, the gill man actually comes to the rescue because, like, he's, like, fucking straight up trying to rape her. And he, like, comes into the room and fucking beats his ass. And then he sees the woman and he's, like... goes to the water and they're like, he's trying to go back into the water. He's gonna drown. And he goes into the water and is like, oh! Because he doesn't know he can't, like, breathe underwater anymore. And so I said, so begins one of the longest struggles underwater to get a man to learn to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, like, they're doing this thing where they're like, oh, and he's like, they're sharing an oxygen source back and forth, and it goes on forever. And I even had it, like, in 2 times fucking fast forward. It's like, Durner. I was like, fucking shit, dude. We should do, like, a cut of this. Actually, it's not even worth going back to cut it. Fuck that. They have a thing of the Golden Gate Bridge. I was like, San Francisco. Or they just filmed this on the background.
Stock footage.
Yeah. So this part was kind of fucked up. Because, like, they roll up in cars, and, like, this nice car and this other car, and then, like, this big van, like, the back of the U-Haul. And they've been keeping the monster inside of it, like, drive around. I'm like, Jesus, he's, like, treating him like a fucking slave and shit, because he's, like, back there. You know what I mean? Like, they open it up, and he's been back there the whole time.
Were they going to put him in the front seat? Let him drive?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
He's a creature.
Well, they might as well just fucking kill him if they're gonna treat him like that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, mainly I was thinking, like, I mean, he's knocking around and shit, like, Jackass style. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. It was just, like, weird. They opened it up and he comes out and I was like, I'm pretty sure that, like, he was getting knocked around in there, like, hardcore. That'd be like if you put a fucking dog or some shit in the back of a fucking car and just drove around like a fucking madman.
They're animals. That's where they belong.
Okay. Yeah. Next time I come over, we'll just drive around with Glory in the trunk. The Way's breathing is... Oh, yeah, the thing's breathing like the original Darth Vader or something. I was like, huh? That note didn't fucking make sense. But he has this weird breathing. He's like, okay. So they do have a cage for him. And they put him in there with, like, goats. And you find out why that is much later. Just so that he can fucking save them from, like, an animal that tries to kill them. Which that makes fucking no sense.
The bobcat or whatever?
Yeah. They take him into the cage and he's like, what the hell is this crap? And the fence is now, like, electrified, but the monster doesn't know, so, like... But he, like, never tries to escape. It's just, like, he inherently won't touch the cage, so it's like, okay. But he's, like... They put him... It's kind of, like, bullshit. I mean, it is bullshit, because they put him in this cage, like, right next to a fucking lake. So they're like, you want this shit, don't you? And he really wants to go to the water, you can tell. He's, like, you know, like, fuck. What the fuck is this? What movies like now become, and maybe it always was about the relationship, this wife and his husband, and I guess maybe she cheated on him, but I don't know. It's never really shown. At least I don't know. So maybe he says something about infidelity is returned. What the fuck? I was like, with fucking hate or something? They have this whole conversation between the two, like, scientists that want to have a fucking discussion all the time, and they're like, he's like, love is returned with love. He's like, what if love is returned with infidelity and hate? He's like, are you talking about the creature or your wife? And he's like, you know, like, it's... They try to draw this bullshit parallel between, like, you know, like, if the creature is shown love, he will give love back and stuff. And, like, this one dude is like the other guy where he's like, well, I showed my wife love and she cheated on me. And I'm like, what's that have to do with anything? Like, I don't know. It's like comparing his wife to a creature. It's like, Jesus! More wonderful dialogue from this guy to his wife. You became a cheap little tramp. I'm like, Jesus, I think this guy, maybe he's like something wrong with him. And they even talk about how like he has an issue.
Really?
And he sings stuff, or there isn't. It's like cheating. I don't know what the fuck this is. I actually have a note that says, this movie fucking sucks.
Nice.
So once again, this Grant guy is trying to put the moves on the other guy's wife, and it's like she doesn't want to have anything to do with him, but he's being like a sexual harassment motherfucker. What the fuck? A random mountain lion comes out of nowhere. So this is the scene we were just talking about a couple minutes ago. So, like, his fence is electrified, and at first I was like, how the fuck is he gonna get in there, or she, or whatever, and like, it climbs up a tree that's overhanging the cage, and it jumps in, and it starts beating the fuck out of a goat that's off screen. And it jumps into the pit, and it's like, I mean, obviously it doesn't know that, like, the fence is electrified, but it seems like it does, because it doesn't just try to, like, you know, go through the, I don't know, like, jump over the bars and get electrified, but, like, how the fuck was it going to get back out? Like, there was no way that was ever going to work. But, like...
Wasn't thinking that far ahead.
It, like, tries to attack the sheep, and, oh my god, the fucking thing grabs it, and it's, like, sped up ragdoll physics style. He, like, throws it down, and it's, like... I was, like, cracking me up. I was
that's
like,
awesome.
Oh my god.
We have, like, outdoor cams up at the cabin,
Mm-hmm.
and, recently it caught a mountain lion or bobcat or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So they're out there.
Nice.
Yeah. Waiting to attack from the trees.
Attack goats inside electric fences. The doctor tells the Grant guy to get out Sergeant Grant, and he talks to him, and he's like, descended, and now he's gonna try to blame. Oh, so they try to blame it on the Gill Man that he fucking, like, oh no, that's right, this is when he fucking kills the fuck out of Grant, like the hunter guy, and he's like, get the fuck out of my house right now. And he's just like, if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else trying to fuck your wife. And then he just kills the fuck out of him right there on the steps. And then he's like, oh shit, what have I done? And he, like, drags the body into the cage, and he tries to frame the monster. And then the monster just rips open the gate of the enclosure and starts going up after the doctor. And he's, like, destroying everything across this, like,
Dude, it's awesome.
mansion. It's like he turns into Frankenstein.
He's like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah. He rips out one light in the ceiling, and, like, all the lights somehow go off, or, like, go out in the entire estate. But he catches up to the doctor that killed Grant and picks him up, and he throws him down, and it's so obvious it's a dummy, but it was, like, the funniest shit ever.
Dude, that's my favorite part of the whole movie, because he's like, it's so violent. He's like,
yeah. It was like, when he threw him down, he gained, like, exponential speed.
it was great.
I was
So
like...
satisfying.
It's cracking up,
Yeah, I
man.
love that.
He gets shot and kills the fuck out of the dude that shoots him. And then I have a note that says, now he's on the loose. The Gill Man was sighted 5 miles from here, headed for the coast. And then he, like, walks into the sunset, into the water. And I'm like, okay. Well, you're gonna commit suicide, I guess?
He's an enhanced beast now, so he can kill again.
This movie fucking sucks.
Jesus.
It's the reason why this was the last Universal Classic horror movie, and it ended the whole fucking franchise. I give this 0 out of 5 stars.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking hated it.
Well,
There was a couple things about it that I found, like, funny and interesting. Like, that scene. Like, honestly, like, this movie, to me, would have actually been... I don't know, like, I understand that they wanted to do something different with it, but it's just such a shame because the Gill Man is, like looks way... Like, it's such a cool look.
I appreciate that they changed things up. I think if you would watch the whole series like front to back, you would appreciate this more, because the second one truly is like a repeat of the first one.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that they did something totally different, and it like is off the rails insane.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds. Yeah, that's my problem, is like this movie's only good for like the last 2 minutes. The rest of it sucks.
It's a slog to get
So
through.
for 75 minutes of this movie, it sucks, and for like the 2 minutes at the end, it's good.
Worth it.
No, it's not. Don't watch this movie. Watch the last like 2 minutes of this movie.
Watch some GIFs from this movie.
What would you give this movie out of stars or whatever?
I'd probably give it.
We're still fishing around, I guess. What we're.
I'd probably
calling
give it 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I would recommend it.
I know you would. She recommended it to me to watch, and I loved it. I wouldn't give it. I guess I wouldn't give it completely 0 stars. I'll give it like 1 out of 5 stars.
All right.
0 stars is reserved for the most heinous fucking movie.
Yeah.
Something I had no enjoyment in, and as much as I hated this movie, there was at least a couple scenes that I found funny, like when he beat the fuck out of the dude and killed him, when he killed the lion, the mountain lion, or the cougar. The scene where like the monster attacks and like he lights himself on fire inherently.
So good.
But like everything else with the people sucked, and that was like 99% of the movie. It's like the whole shit that like Godzilla falls into, where it's like, oh my god, fucking, if you're gonna put people as your main characters, make them fucking interesting. Come on, man. People come here for the Gill Man. People come here for Godzilla. They don't come here for these fucking wafer twats. Just make them interesting. Like, it's not that fucking hard. Like, god, man. I would have rather have had the movie be about the two, like, the dude with the radar and the dude fucking, that was his underling. Like, these fucking other chiseled fuckers I don't give a shit about. It was just annoying because it was like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know.
Ayo.
I know what you mean.
Ayo! Welcome to Zomboka. So where do you think they should go next with, like, the Gill Man, if they were gonna... I mean, essentially, like, that whole Universal thing is done, but, like, if they were to bring it back and, like, say the Dark Universe did happen, what would you like to have seen? Go back to how the first one was, where it was, like, a discovery of him, or...
I think I'd like to see where, like, they capture the creature and then, like, the scientist who works on it, like, falls in love with him. Oh, wait, they already did that.
Did they?
Yeah.
In the second one?
The Guillermo del Toro movie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That was better than any of the fucking Gillman movies, almost. It was like...
Ask Oscar, because it won Oscar Gold.
Yeah, that's true. It was better than this movie, and the second one. I don't know if I could say it was better than the first one, because the first one was like... It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's just such an easy formula, too. I don't know how the fuck they
It is,
fucked it up.
They kind of did the same thing with Anaconda, which is a cool movie.
I mean, I feel like that's like something that always
it's an
works.
easy recipe.
Yeah.
Like, get a good cast.
Go out into a place that like a lot of people... I mean, obviously as time goes on, the world gets smaller and you can't do it as much and be like... But there's still things like in like the rainforest and Amazon that people have never seen before. Like the main people have never seen before. So, yeah, I mean, it's like the whole unknown stuff. That's why, like, eventually they turned to space, because they were like, oh, and then they did, like, the deep sea shit, so. What was that one show they had back in the day that was underwater? It was, like, Star Trek underwater.
Sequest?
Yeah. And it had, like, the talking dolphins. Oh, God. Was that show any good, or?
I think we watched, like, the first episode when it debuted, and we're like...
I tried watching the first episode of it, like, a couple years ago, because I was trying to find something to replace like Star Trek, and I was like,
you chose poorly.
I was like, this fucking... But now I'm watching Stargate, and that show fucking is awesome.
Nice.
So I'm excited to get into like Stargate Atlantis once SGU's over, because Atlantis is like, apparently Robert Picardo joins the cast at some point, and Jason Momoa's in it as well.
Hell yeah.
Before he gets like huge. I always like Jason Momoa. So okay, so do you have anything else to say about Gillman or like the whole franchise before we move on?
I think it's time to move on. You know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Okay, so what are we about to talk about now, man? As if people didn't know. Oh, shit, you got a fucking hat too? Hell yeah, brother.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean? So, personally for me, we're moving on from the sour. I don't know, what do you think?
Oh, Ernest Scared Stupid's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get into it.
I don't know.
Just Ernest in general is amazing.
I can't say enough good things about Jim Varney or fucking Ernest.
Mhm.
Like, no matter what I'm going to say, because I'm going to talk about how much I love Jim Varney and how much, I hate, that he passed away and stuff. But, like, I mean, I guess who wouldn't?
I hate it.
I hate it. But it's like, like...
Yeah, he's great.
It's
watching
just,
this movie
right.
rekindled my love of
Well,
Ernest.
it was just fun to watch, and
Yeah, it's
like
great.
I don't know. I feel like I bitch a lot on this podcast, and I probably do in general. But like, it's a movie that like I watched, and I genuinely I laughed and I had a good time. Like, which movies are supposed to be that I'm not supposed to fucking want to pull my balls off like when I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, I will say that like there's a few parts of this movie where Ernest is not on screen.
Yeah,
and they're
I know what
trash.
you-
Like, but it's like Ernest is.
I completely. I'm not gonna like say this is like a fucking 10 out of 10 movie or anything. It's not like perfect, but then again, I don't think I've ever seen a perfect movie. But at the same time, like there are things we'll get into like that. Yeah, of course, obviously, but
Well, I have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Is the opening credit sequence of Ernest Scared Stupid the greatest?
Yes, it's the
in
greatest.
history of. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's
I've watched it like 5 times since I knew we were gonna watch this movie.
And first of all, it has a dope beat.
Yeah. And it has Ernest like
It's
doing
pretty
all
much
kinds
just
of
like-
reactions to this shareware footage, free movies, but it's
So
old
funny.
like horror and sci-fi films and stuff. And
It's like a shot of a monster and a shot of Ernest like doing something.
yeah, he's
silly.
like, and then where he's like, oh my god, dude, this is so ridiculous.
yeah.
But it's awesome. That's just it's like that. It starts for me like that starts off a movie, right? Like when I saw this, I was like, holy shit! I kind of forgot about this, but I kind of didn't because it was always something that I remember from when I was a kid. I think I also I loved this movie when I was a kid. I like it. I like it just as much as an adult, but I think that I liked the kid parts more when I was a kid, if that makes sense, because we'll talk about that. But so Ernest Scared Stupid is a 1991 American comedy horror film, which actually it does have horror parts to it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a kid.
Yeah, I think that's one of the notorious parts about this is a lot of kids were actually really scared.
Yeah, it's actually one of the reasons why this film underperformed.
Yeah.
And that Disney ended their because they were supposed to have 7 films, but they ended it and were actually we're pulling out of the deal because this one underperformed. Kind of how stupid fucking WB was, or whoever it was at the time, Warner Brothers with Batman Returns. They were it's too scary, so fucking we're out of here. And then we got all these other shitty Batman films for the longest time.
Which is ironic because we saw the first 2 Ernest movies in theaters.
Yeah.
Like Ernest Saves Christmas and then Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah.
And that one, my sister, who was 5
Yeah.
at the time, was so scared of the evil Ernest that we had to leave the theater because she couldn't handle it.
Nash.
Yeah.
Mr. Nash. Dude, that... I'm going to nominate fucking... for when we... In December, we're definitely going to watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
I haven't seen it since it came out, since over 30 years.
As much as I like this film, I honestly feel like that film might be better because there's less kid actors in it.
Yeah.
And, the one kid actor they have in it's a teenager, so she's a little bit, I don't know.
So Ernest Goes to Camp was the first one.
Yeah, Ernest
and
Goes
that one's
to Camp.
good too.
Yeah. Actually, let me see here. We're gonna go down the. This is like we've got. I don't have a top 10 really for this, but I've got like a bunch of information about. So like, the very first Ernest involved project was something called Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam, but like, I don't know. I've never seen that before.
I've never even heard of
But these aren't really order, but there's Ernest Goes to Africa, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Goes to School, Ernest in the Army, Ernest Rides Again, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Scared Stupid, Know What I Mean, Hey Vern, It's My Family Album, and Slam Dunk Ernest.
Can I make a confession that I'm not proud of?
No, you have.
I've seen every single Ernest movie.
Yeah, we actually rented them, because it was funny because for the first like 4, like Camp, Jail, Christmas, and Stupid, like
They're
were
real
in,
movies.
They were in theaters.
Yeah, like they're theatrical
and then
releases.
after that they had to like go straight to like video because
and towards the end they're so cheap.
Yeah.
It's like embarrassing.
like Ernest is still fucking good in them, like Jim Varney, but like it sucks because they didn't have as much. Like that's the thing is because like the lighting and the costumes and the creature and everything in this film is fucking like top notch. You can tell because it's like Disney's behind it and they've got the money, but like those later films it's like. Yeah, like, I mean, that's why they started doing stuff like he goes to Africa, or like he goes back to school, or like he goes to jail, well, not jail, but he goes to, he like,
Slam Dunk Ernest, he plays basketball.
Yeah, it's like, okay, these are not as good. Yeah, they were shit, but to a degree, but we still watched all of them, like, because we were like, Ernest is awesome. But, let me go back up here, sorry.
But also, like, so Ernest started as like, in commercials.
Yeah, he was like an ad for
region. He would do all different kind of regional commercials, and like we had him in our region. Like I remember the Ernest commercials for Trout Dairy Milk.
Yeah, he started off like John Cherry like was like, oh, we need someone to do these commercials, and so like Ernest was, or like Jim Varney was about to kind of give up on acting, and then they started being like, hey, why don't you, they called him up, and I guess like. He started doing these commercials, and it was so like he was like the annoying neighbor next door that would just always show up and like in your house and come over unannounced, and like people were always so annoyed with him. But like then he kind of started shifting and becoming like a character that people liked because he was like lovable, especially and like. But
he was always hilarious. Like it was always a treat whenever one of those commercials would come on because it was so funny.
Yeah, so like I don't know. To me, Jim Varney is like it's such a shame that he passed away. Like many of these other people that passed away, it's like you just see like what could have been later on because like he died in like 2000 or 1999. It was like or something like that. But like it was after he had done a couple Toy Story movies as a Slinky Dog, and that was like his last real role. And it was like. There would have been more Ernest movies in his future, you know what I mean? Even if, like,
or he was
older,
a good enough actor, he could have just done other stuff.
Right, but I mean, like, he would have... I mean, Ernest is what made him big, and that would have...
We would have had the Ernest reboot at this point with the...
Right, he would have came back, and they would have, probably even done a thing where he was on WWE at some point, like, as a guest character. They would have had, like... just all these other things that he could have done with that character, like Mr. Bean or Pee-wee, where, like, even if that wasn't his main thing, like you said, like, he would have been back as this, like, beloved character, but obviously, like, no one's ever going to play Ernest again, like, which is a shame, but it's also, like, I mean, obviously that's, Jim Varney is Ernest, so it's not like I'm like, we need to fucking reboot Ernest, like, fuck off with that. But, like, this is like the 5th film to feature the character Ernest. In this film, Ernest unwittingly unleashes an evil troll upon a small town on Halloween night and helps the local children fight back. It was shot in Nashville, Tennessee, like its predecessors. Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, and Ernest Goes to Jail. So they were like all filmed like where he like lived, like grew up and stuff.
You want to know something crazy?
You're Ernest.
I'm like... This movie came out exactly 30 years ago today. Like this weekend.
Oh, wow.
It came out Columbus Day weekend, 91.
Holy shit.
30 years ago. I can't believe you planned this out.
I know, right?
Perfectly.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, it's I was looking at the release date, and I was like, whoa.
Matt's doing his homework over here, bringing his A game as usual. You always bring your A game, though, Matt. Don't let anybody ever tell you different.
Oh, Mike.
So, I'm going to give like a little thing about Jim Varney. He was born June 15th, 1949, and then sadly passed away on February 10th, 2000, due to lung cancer. He was like a really big smoker and stuff, as a lot of people were like, you know.
You don't get a voice like that without smoke.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of like comedians that are like were thin or like thinner, like, and they smoked, died like very quick. I mean, not quickly, but that's young due to like lung cancer and shit. But he's an actor and comedian. He's best known for, like you said, those like commercials that led into him being Ernest P. Worrell, for which he won a Daytime Emmy Award, as well as appearing in films and numerous television commercial advertising campaigns. He played Jed Clampett in a film adaptation of the Beverly Hillbillies, which that movie's fucking awesome too.
I've never seen that one.
We'll have to watch that at some point.
Yeah.
He performed the voice of Slinky Dog in the first two films of the Toy Story franchise. He died of lung cancer in 2000, leaving two releases afterwards, Daddy and Them, and he played like a voice for a character in Atlantis: The Lost Empire. So
I think one of the cool things about Ernest is like he did all these regional commercials. So, but I didn't know that. Like I thought he was just like a local guy because he would advertise like for local products, and I think that's why a lot of people liked him, because it's like, Ernest, I know him.
He played to you,
right?
Yeah.
And he's like a Midwestern hero.
Right. Yeah, and like, yeah, he's kind of, it's one of those things where, like, I feel like a lot of people know Ernest and have seen his stuff, but he was never, like, I don't know, like, he would probably be bigger, like, today, but at the time, there was nobody bigger than, like, Ernest. Like, when he went to Disney World, he got, like, cheered more than Mickey Mouse and stuff. Yeah, like, he was, like, huge, and, like, you know, it's also one of those things that, you know, at the time, like, to me, like, Ernest is, like, a pop cultural phenomenon, like, you know, Weird Al, or, like, Pee Wee Herman, or, like, you know, like I said, like, Mr. Bean, like, any of those characters that were, like, made and stuff, and, well, I guess Weird Al's not a character, well, I guess he is, but he's a person, but, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I think that, like, he deserves more credit. I mean, I think a lot of people, like us, that grew up with him and stuff, love him and, like, give him credit, but I also think that, like, he should have won more than, like, a Daytime Emmy Award. Like, he should have won way more.
And going back and rewatching this, like, just reinforced that for me. So I feel like if the Buddy Boys rewatch some Ernest stuff, you'll have a new appreciation for, like, how hilarious he is.
Yeah. And actually, they just finished funding in August the documentary The Importance of Being Ernest, about the life of Jim Varney.
Oh, that'll be great.
So that's going to come out, I'm assuming probably next year, but I'm totally, like, excited to watch that, because I'm sure there are documentaries out there about, you know, about Ernest and, well, Jim Varney and stuff, but probably not as in-depth as they're going to make this one, I would assume.
I was thinking, watching this, like, I think he modeled some of his comedy off of Robin Williams. So, like, he has this kind of similar style, but, like, I think Jim Varney's funnier than Robin Williams. I know that's blasphemy, but, like, Jim Varney would have been a better genie than Robin Williams.
Dude, that would have been fucking out of control.
Because he kind of has the same energy sometimes, like, bouncing around all different characters and stuff.
That's the thing, is, like, yeah, Robin Williams plays a bunch of characters.
Not to say Robin Williams is not good.
But, like, Jim Varney, when he plays Ernest, he's Ernest playing other characters. So he's always Ernest, but, you know what I mean? Which I think is cool that, like, he comes back to a character people love, where, like, Robin Williams is, like, he'll play these characters, but then he just comes back to Robin Williams. Whereas, like, Jim Varney is completely different than Ernest. So he was, like, a total character actor. Like,
what's your favorite of the little characters that he does that's not Ernest?
The one I think that makes the most appearances in the movies is, like, the mother. That's, like, you know, like, there's that. The other character that he does that was in Ernest Saves Christmas wasn't in this film, like the snake wrangler guy. But he does, like, for one scene, he does like the Ottoman guy, where he's like a
weird.
Mongolian, but he doesn't do like a racist accent. He's just like a soldier. He's like, you don't want to mess with the Ottomans or whatever.
The one that cracked me up the most was like the British soldier. Or
Yeah,
whatever. He's
yeah,
like,
he always does
every
that.
man jack of you.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
the soldier, he always does like a British guy too, and it's always like really good. Yeah, we already talked about that. The note of the intro of this movie, it's like,
The best.
yeah. So in the beginning of this movie, they say that this takes place in Bryersville, Missouri, even though like, obviously like this takes place in Tennessee, but like it's kind of like you can't really tell. It's like the same. Just checking to see if it's getting too dark.
It's getting a little spooky out here.
I know, right? Jim Varney with his first role that isn't him in the film isn't him. It's like he plays like Phineas Worrell, his like ancestor. His
I was
voice,
like, what is this, John Hawthorne all over again?
his voice is ridiculous. Because he can like do all kinds of different voices, but when he wants to do like a loud booming voice, it's like holy shit. Like, yeah, I think that's just one of those things like you were saying, like as awesome as he is as Ernest, he could totally like do. I remember, I think like towards the end of his life, he was doing like trying to break out and do other roles and stuff because it had been a while since he had done Ernest, and I would have liked to seen like a career renaissance for Jim Varney to not just be Ernest, but also have that opportunity to go back to Ernest if he ever wanted to, or like do offshoot stuff because he was so talented. It's just like, it was also one of those things like I really wish that they had done like a movie with Ernest and Pee Wee Herman. I feel like that would have been like an interesting crossover.
Ultimate 80s.
Yeah. So they're in class and like you hear Ernest, stop the truck, and it goes by and it's dragging something, but you like never really learn what's going on in that scene. It's just some wacky thing that happens, but that like starts the tone for this Ernest character in the film.
He's already screwing up.
Yeah, which that's kind of his MO, but he always like puts things right. Like same thing with like Ernest Saves Christmas, like Ernest Goes to Jail. It's like generally like sometimes it's not his fault, but he's generally the person that like kind of fucks things up to a degree, but then he like will completely go out of his pay grade and like save the day. So
Yep, always.
which is good. So they have this like Pee Wee Herman like ridiculous cleaning machine, which like makes me think. Oh, we already talked about that. I thought it would be cool if he was in with him or like in WWE. They should have had Ernest be in the WWE as a fucking champion. What the fuck? I wrote that for some reason. I think I meant like as a guest.
Why the profanity?
Yeah, sorry. We're now in the Disney style, the Disney part. So this is one of only 2 films that has his dog in it, Rimshot.
Yeah, Rimshot's great.
Which is sad because like I've always liked that character. It's a lot like the Wishbone character. Like he's doing like all this stuff that like he's like way smarter than like,
He's basically like fixing all the stuff that Ernest screwed up.
fucking up. He's what kind of a dog is he? It's like a terrier of some sort.
Yeah,
right?
like a Jack Russell Terrier,
Yeah.
something like that maybe. I'm not sure.
So like he's like, that was close, and now he's about to get crushed shredder style in a garbage disposal, or not a garbage disposal. He's like shrinks down. Oh man, this whole thing with like where he's in the back of the garbage truck, and like he starts shoving a baby doll's head into
It's
the
like the
garbage
trash
disposal.
compactor scene from Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like, don't stick my head in those gears, please. I have a family back at the doll factory. He's like, I'll send him a nice card, and you'll never get away with this, Ernest. I know where you live. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that's like something that like, I don't know, is too, like, they would like, I don't know, flip out about nowadays, but like for a kids movie,
Yeah.
but like,
That's insensitive.
yeah. So he takes out the batteries of this like remote, and he's like, and fucking then like this little electrical spark somehow jumps from the battery to the thing and reignites it, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, it's just like ridiculous bullshit that like, it's just like, Ernest is like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Like, he can't be killed, but like, he's always on the verge of like, you know, like there is a possibility he's, you know.
And every gag works. It's like,
yeah.
This movie's just nonstop gags and
Yeah.
they're all funny.
Yeah. They're getting on Ernest's ass to go out to that Hackmore place and clean it up. Which, to me, it's like, if somebody lives there, that's not his fucking problem. Like, I was like thinking like now, well, I actually just thought of that now where it's like, because like Eartha Kitt lives there and it's her place. It's like, the mayor or the police should go there and say, hey, clean this up. This is an eyesore. But it's also like, it's her private property.
Get on it, Ernest.
She can do whatever the hell she wants, right? Unless it's a homeowner association thing. Like, I don't know. I thought they're like, he's going away from the Hackmore place. I'm like, why is it his job? It's not like if the garbage man came to pick up my trash, I wouldn't be like, there's a house fucking like, you know, like down the way. Can you go fucking clean that place up? Like, it, what? I guess it's funny because he doesn't just do the trash. He like also works at a school as like the janitor, and then he like, I guess he's just like the town garbage person. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay. We might have to turn that light on because it's getting so dark on the stream you can't even see our faces anymore.
Alright.
I will do that. While you,
Well, isn't it more spooky this way?
I think, I don't know, look at the...
I think I've seen a ghost.
I think that'll be fine, like that. Because then you can at least see our faces.
My God, I've seen a ghost.
I just got like a big thing of smoke up my nostrils on our smoldering fire. I think that works out pretty well.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean? So what do you think of this setup before we keep going?
It looks good.
Yeah. I'm like, I believe in gold. So this house though, it's pretty cool, like the Eartha Kitt's house, because she has all these like sculptures and stuff out there. And like making the decoration, all kinds of stuff must have taken a long time for like the production crew, which I thought was like really cool. Like I was like, dude, this is legit as fuck. Like this is like what Disney money gets you. Whereas like the later movies don't have this kind of stuff, sadly. They also like, this movie has like way better lighting, like I said, and like the designs and the costumes. Well, I guess it's not really costumes, because the only other costume besides Ernest that isn't is like, you know, nobody goes around wearing like this kind of stuff, but like this is just like a fucking jean vest that I bought on Amazon for like $15 and like a hat. But like Eartha Kitt's attire is kind of all over the place. She's like a witchy woman. I'm like, first thing, I could never love. So
You look like a Eartha Kitt.
yo, freaky. Because we're on the Disney Spotlight part. Eartha Kitt Spotlight, actually. She was Catwoman at one point.
Yeah.
She was the second Catwoman, right?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She replaced Julie Newmar, I think. I'm too old to... I'm either too young to know this, or I'm too geeky to know this. Or not geeky enough.
I finally finished watching the whole series.
Oh,
It
yeah.
took me like years and years
Well,
and years.
how about we take the time? What do you think about it? The whole thing?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's so formulaic, though. Like,
Yeah,
it's not a show that you could
Yeah.
binge, because it's the same thing over and over again. So formulaic.
That's the series that killed the Munsters and like the Addams Family, because like superheroes became a thing, and like westerns and all that shit were out. So it was like,
But I thought Eartha Kitt was a great Catwoman.
oh yeah, I did too. She's just a great actress in general. But like, she auditioned for the role of Old Lady Hackmore, and the casting director for this film would later cast her in The Emperor's New Groove, and she voiced like, you know, Yzma in that film. So like, I guess she's had like a Disney kind of deal going on. But she's been in other stuff too. I mean, way more stuff. I just, the biggest thing I know her from is like Catwoman, or Batman as Catwoman. I know her from Catwoman, the movie with Halle Berry. where like what is it in that movie? Like Catwoman's backstory, she like is possessed by like the spirit of a fucking cat, and I'm like, this is fucking shit on a string. SOS, shit on string. Eartha Kitt is yelling at Ernest and says, "You're gonna bring down hell on all of us and ruin everything." And she like blows a flamethrower in his face, and they're like literally this close when they're talking. And so when she blows the flamethrower in his face, she would have like burned his face off. Yeah, he would have been roasted. So I have to come to the first bad thing about this movie. The main kid, like the boy in this movie, is horrible. I think like I've always overlooked it because of how
should have brought in Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, not the guy that. You know what's funny is actually you say that like they're doing a documentary about that other kid that they were going to cast as Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Whatever. It's just so funny because I don't know if you've ever seen this where they're like the test screenings for like he's way better than Jake Lloyd, but they're like Jake Lloyd. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? I screwed up. This is the Disney section. I said the F word. I think I've already said the F word 100 times. How awesome Jim Varney is, and that all these movies, but this one especially, is like so heavy on kids that generally I overlook kid acting because it's not like that bad. You know what I mean? Because like Dennis the Menace, it's fine. I have no issues with it in that movie. But like, he's really the only one in this movie that like is just bad, like terrible. And I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else after this. So
yeah, all the kid stuff in this is like your generic, like dumbed down.
Yeah.
Kid
like
stuff.
The girl's fine though. Like she's okay. Like it's just the main kid is really bad, and like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't really get around it because the whole thing with the story is that like the troll uses kids to get his power and like bring his, like kids and stuff.
He steals their souls.
Yeah, but like, so you couldn't really do it without kids. So it's a very kid-focused movie. Which, as a kid, I was like, "This is great," and as an adult, I'm like, I don't know. A whole kid-focused movie can work though, because like back like The Little Rascals wasn't horrible because it was like, okay, this isn't bad, and like Dennis the Menace was fucking awesome. And I mean, even like Mighty Ducks and stuff like that. But it's like, this kid doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. It's like, he didn't know what the fuck he's saying.
You'd replace him with Macaulay Culkin in this movie, and you've got like the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah. Stand aside, Citizen Kane. You're a cuck.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the haunted house in this movie?
It's great.
It gets destroyed in fucking 5 seconds by the bullies because it's apparently made of balsa wood.
What about the treehouse?
That's a thing of like weird ingenuity. Like I was like, this is another Pee Wee Herman invention in this film. Like it's like Pee Wee's Playhouse. Which also it was like when this happened, it was like when they were building it, when they like the haunted house, I was like, dude, this thing, who the fuck's gonna be able to go through this? Like it's tiny as shit. But, I mean, when I was a kid, we kind of tried doing stuff like that. Like, let's make our own haunted house. Like, let's make a haunted house and scare people and have them go through it. But it was like, in reality, it was lame as fuck. They had the thing where they were like, we're going to put a mop on people. Wet, of course. Like, if it was dry, people would just be like, what the fuck is that? We're going
to make them put their hand in a bowl of grapes.
Yeah. It's like, okay. Somebody really think that you cut out people's eyeballs and put them in a fucking thing as a kid?
And they're chilled?
Yeah. As eyeballs are inside of a warm head. So we come to one of Ernest's first, I'm going to play multiple characters thing here. He's jacking up a car, and the kid tells him how, like, the bullies destroyed the haunted house. And we go into the first time, like I said, that Ernest plays multiple characters. So he plays a Roman centurion. Then the Mongolian, which I think, like, he's the Ottoman or whatever. His mother character, a Jed Clampett kind of character, like, him and Drag as another woman. Him and that, like, fighter pilot, like, English guy. And, like, a lumberjack. And I love this scene the best part of the movie is Jim Varney doing all these characters, and he doesn't put on any like racist accents, which is awesome. So like when he does like
Just
the
funny.
Mongolian, he dresses like, you know, in the attire and is just like really mean and screaming and stuff like that. But he's not trying to do any like Asian accents. It's like,
Right.
which is awesome because it's just wholesome, and it's like I feel like that reflects on like Jim Varney as a character, like as a person. Like he was from the South, but he wasn't, you know, he was one.
Yeah,
of the,
like there's
a good
nothing
person.
mean-spirited about
Right.
anything in Ernest.
Right. And I think that's just how Jim Varney was in general too. It's like he wasn't a mean-spirited person. It's like a bird takes a shit on Ernest's face in this movie. I was like, holy shit, dude. So this is where they find the tree, which they're gonna like make their clubhouse on. Fucking, we just got like a draft of smoke from the fire that we have that we can't show because it's so far away that like if I were to shoot this, literally we'd be like fucking ants. You okay? No,
That last one
went
got
straight
me.
down your throat. So they create like a Pee-wee Playhouse, freaking monstrosity treehouse in like a day. I was like, how in the hell did they do that? But it's fucking awesome. It's straight up kid style. It's like, you know, obviously this, no way this was going to happen, but it was awesome. It was like, I really liked, you know, how it looked and all the stuff they had in it. It was like, this is like a kid's dream. Like
Right.
that was so, we put this in here so kids would be like, holy shit. Also, this is like a movie of a different time because Ernest is not like a mentally handicapped person, and people still let them hang out with their kid. Because today they'd be like, no, we're not going to let like an adult man hang out with our kids. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
Merry Christmas. Which is sad, but it's cool in this movie. So like the bullies have been following them the whole time, like, and so they were able to make this haunted house or this like tree house in the time it took for them to catch up with them during the day. I was like, Jesus.
Don't think about the logic too much.
They've got like a dog food launcher and a pizza launcher.
Dude, where'd they get all these pizzas from?
So actually, the lady says, the girl says pepperoni and cheese, but it's like the pizza's got way more on it than cheese and
noticed that
pepperoni.
too. It's like, how about
But
some pepperoni and cheese?
some
It's
trivia,
like a Supreme.
yeah, for it's like pepperoni and cheese with like parsley on it. It's like, what is this? But
There's all kinds of toppings on it.
the pizzas being thrown at the bullies who try to attack the kids' treehouse are actually reused props from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze.
Nice.
So those pizzas were like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
There's,
crazy.
there's a couple like things in this movie. They say like there's a part where like Ernest's dog gets turned into like a piece of wood, like a sculpture, and he's like, "What am I gonna call him, Splinter?" And it's like just small little things like that, really about like turtles and stuff. I mean, obviously it's like a wood joke, but still.
I just find it funny that like they would. Like, how much do you think it cost to create those pizza props as opposed to just like making a pizza cost like $5?
I mean, I think that it would depend on how well they were able to like throw the actual real pizza. Like you could throw like a foam pizza a lot farther than you could a real one because it would probably just rip apart.
What if you didn't cut it?
Well, it doesn't matter if you cut it; it would just fall apart. Like all the toppings would fall off before you would hit somebody with it. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to do an experiment on this.
Yeah. Actually, it would probably work if you had a frozen pizza, but it would look clearly frozen. But in this movie, it's like the pizza hits the person, but then like off screen, a bunch of fucking like pizza sauce gets thrown on somebody.
Right.
It's like the pizza had no toppings on it, but like as soon as it hits something, a shit ton of sauce flies out.
Right.
So the bullies try to tear down the clubhouse by throwing rocks on it, and I'm like, how the frig do they think that's gonna work? Like they're so, and they just run off. It's like, okay. Ernest is telling these kids like in a joking way about how if this troll gets loose, he's gonna come after the kids first, and they look horrified. He's like, he told me about how a troll
Wouldn't
would
you
come
be?
out and freaking kill people, and like you come after the kids first, and they're all like, "Arr." Just like he does not understand that they're like freaking out. So like the troll finally shows up, and he says, "Boy, I sure hope you're from Keebler." I was like, Jesus.
That's a good line.
Okay, so he says, "You better stay away. I know jiu-jitsu, kung fu, karate, tai chi, and I saw Hulkamania 3 times, and once in slow-mo." And I was like, dude.
Why'd you watch it in slow-mo? Dude?
Also, like, how did he watch the phenomenon of Hulkamania?
Yeah.
But that's another thing, like, it just cracks me up. It was just like, it's like that, and like they have a Mario Brothers reference in this too. It's like, back when wrestling and, you know, was huge. I mean, video games have gotten way bigger than they were back then, but like, wrestling has not. Never be that big again. The effects in this movie are awesome, especially for the troll, which, trivia, the Chioda brothers are credited with special effects for this film, who also made the killer clowns from outer space, which at the end of the movie, like, you can kind of tell, like, the trolls are, like, masks, but, like, a lot of them are, like, unpainted.
They look great.
Yeah, they look awesome, but they're unpainted, like, killer clown masks, essentially. But,
this movie is proof that, like, practical effects
Yeah.
can still work, that hold up to this day way better than, like, cartoon CGI.
yeah. Yep. You got the wrong guy. I'm me, and he's he. We're talking real danger here. Stand and deliver. Firing line. Moment of truth. And then end of the line. The 8th level of Mario Brothers.
I definitely chuckled at that one.
He's the great redneck hope. I was just like, dude. Ernest running down this. And then the next scene cracked me the fuck up. I mean, all this is funny, but like, he runs down the street yelling at people with a megaphone like Jimmy Hart does. Like, oh my god, the trolls are gonna kill you. You know, like, it's like so ridiculous, but it was like hilarious. He goes to this place where like he buys a laundry list of 1960s style Batman troll gadgets, which are all bullshit, but like the guys are like his friends selling this. Then like one of the moms is like, "You have no business being with Ernest," and I'm like, if you really don't want your kids hanging out with Ernest, like, why? Like, you probably should say something.
Yeah, lay down the law.
Yeah, like, it's like, obviously they hang out with Ernest all the time, but like nobody likes it. But if that's the case, like, no one's really giving a fuck enough to do anything about it. I have a note here that says, "Girl has her own bathroom, fancy." Because when I was a kid, like, there was a hallway bathroom, but we didn't have a bathroom that was directly attached to our bedroom.
Yeah, that's
like,
some luxury
damn,
right
dude.
there.
They've got a comically big, huge-ass bear trap in this that he's like spread across while he's trying to get it.
Too big even for a human.
Yeah, like if the troll stepped in it would just clap over his head. But like, he's like, "Rimshot, you're a cute dog, but you're an ugly kid." And then he's like, "Okay, Rimshot, bring me the stick." And Rimshot's like, "Screw you, you just called me ugly." And he's just like, "Come on, Rimshot, please, Rimshot." And then like he doesn't bring it to him, and he just goes flying in the air apparently from the trap. It's like, dude, when he goes into the gas station here to like buy a bunch of stuff like milk and a bunch of snacks, and like he's like talking to Jimmy, like the guy at the grocery store or whatever, and he's like, you know, I don't know what he sees. He's just saying all kinds of stuff to him. And then I guess like Jimmy sees like the troll behind him, and he's like, "Oh my god," you know, he can't say anything, so he's like doing the Abbott style shit, and he's like, and he's like, "Oh, you want to play charades? But you know, 2 words, blah blah." And then he brings out a double-barreled shotgun, and he's like, "2 barrels." And then he's just like, I guess the troll like goes away, and he's like, "Jimmy, when you play charades, you play for keeps." I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So good, man. But like we said, the reasons why this didn't do well is because the kids were like horrified. Like IRL.
I didn't see this when I was a kid, so
We did,
say if it.
but like I do remember, like obviously the troll was like scary, and it's like really good effects, so I could see how, because like especially like when it yells, it like fog comes out and it like pushes people back, and then like also like kids are being like turned into like wood and stuff, and like that kind of
disturbing.
stuff is and then also there's because they're also screaming when it's happened. They're always like, "Yee!" There's a guy that's like, my trash hasn't been picked up in 2 days. I'm like, doesn't the trash only like run once a week? I'm like, what? Ernest accidentally knocks the troll out with his car door, which I thought was hilarious. You're gonna pay for the sins of your forefathers. I didn't have forefathers. I had one, and I didn't know him that well. I was like, dude. This was something you sent me in a picture that I was cracking up about. That like I remember this
when the dog drives the car.
Shotz like driving the fucking
Ernest
car.
is in the back.
Yeah.
And, like I took a screenshot of it and said one perfect shot because it's like the greatest thing I've ever seen. So funny.
The dog's it's like the dog's driving the car, but like he can't reach the pedals.
How?
So it's like it's just like
I was loving it.
this is like they're fighting in the back of the truck, and like when they first show it, there are like these canisters of troll repellent and drums, and then when they finally go back there, they're gone, but then they reappear again, and I was like cracking up because like it was like they run him over, and he's like, how about a sandwich, a bumper sandwich, booger lips. I was like,
yeah, that was like the trailer line.
yeah. And then of course the authentic Hungarian miak.
Dude, that cracked me up because it's like that's like the what will destroy the troll.
Yeah.
But like the one letter's missing.
Yeah.
It's like, not milk.
Yeah, he instantly
It's miak.
jumps to miak, something that no one even knew was even a thing. If it was, I was like, what? And like he's like, you didn't think I could get it this time of year? I'm a resourceful kind of guy. Which is actually pretty ridiculous before the internet, like eBay and all that shit. These two dudes are like his friends, like the guys that sold him all this shit, are like selling a bunch of stuff at this costume party thing. And one of the I have one line that I wrote down that sounded, it was like, what the fuck? And they were selling all kinds of different food, and one of the things that they came up with, stir-fried sushi. I said, what?
It's like a redundancy.
Yeah.
Or like a oxymoron.
Right. Kid has a 180 face turn on the mom after not liking the bear costume. You remember that part where like Eartha Kitt is about to get out of the car and she stops and sees like the mom in the pizza costume and the daughter, and like it was like when she realizes it's like mother's like unconditional love, but it's like the girl's like, I hate this costume, and and she's like, that's the one you picked out. She's like, Mom, I hate you. And she's like, well, I don't like you either sometimes. And then instantly she's like, Mom, I love you. And she's like, I love you too. And I'm like, what? It's like an instant face turn.
That should have been a deleted scene.
Ernest pulls up his sleeves and he's fucking jacked. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
Like he's got like the farmer's tan, but like when he pulls up his sleeve, like, and he like kind of like not really flexes, but like picks something up, you can see like his muscles and there's like a vein. I'm like, Jesus! He's like Ernest he's fucking ripped. I mean, like, probably doesn't have a six-pack, but
that reminds me of like there's this podcast I listen to called How Did This Get Made, where they talk about like bad movies, and they did Ernest Goes to Jail, and like the girl on the show could not believe how like attracted she was to Nash, or whatever. It was like, dude, Jim Varney's hot.
Yeah. Jim Varney was ripped.
Yeah.
He just played like a character that was essentially like a not hideous version of Quasimodo. Well, maybe that's too far. Rimshot gets turned into a little figure. No. My great-great-grandpappy put him in that hole. And so can I. Somebody with a runny nose is going to die. I was like, Jesus! Yeah. So we're kind of like at the end of the movie here. And the trolls...
Troll extravaganza.
Yeah, the trolls are hatching and people show up and they all start attacking them. And I'm assuming they're going to try to like kill the people and eat them. Or whatever.
This is a great scene, like...
Yeah.
Like, this was a great, like, horror comedy sequence.
Right. But, like, the thing I thought was funny about this when it first started was, like, Ernest says, Not like, oh, people might die or something. He says, oh no, they're gonna blame all this on me. I'm like, dude, people are about to get killed. Oh no, they're gonna blame this all on me. Ernest throws a bowling ball at one of the trolls and it misses and just hits the guy in the bee costume instead and kills him essentially. It's like that would be a dead person.
Yeah.
So the troll eats the bullets out of the gun like the Punks in the Crow movie, but they go like one step further and like he has like a cricket bat and hits him in the back of the head and it like shoots at the fucking police officer that's like handcuffed to the car.
It was great.
Yeah. I totally forgot about this part. This was like gruesome, but like when the troll dies, the first time they show it, they like pan down and there's like a mass of
like
blood and bones. I was like, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, this is a fucking kids movie. What the hell? I'm like, yeah, he's a monster, but usually it's like green. It was like straight up blood and bones, and I was like,
ludicrous kids.
It was Luda. Ernest goes into multiple characters, and it's legit again.
Always.
Yeah, I was like, dude, something I thought I'd never hear in a movie. Not even milk can stop me now. I was like, that's when he's like transformed into like the
super troll.
Yes, super troll,
yeah.
And he has like horns and all these weird wiggly things. It's funny because it's like, why didn't he do this before? Because like he just goes into the tree while his like minions or kids are fighting everything, and he's like, demons, do your worst. And I'm like, what? Wouldn't he want him to do his best? Unconditional love of the heart of a child. He picks up the troll, and I remember this from when I was a kid because I always thought it was so funny. Because he like picks him up and starts dancing, and then kisses him on the nose, and he's like, "Hey." But I remember still, it was so fucking gross because there was like slime all over him, and it's like gross. And then he's like, and like fucking blows up. Like he gets defeated because instead of like how his great-great-grandfather like condemned him and like they shit all over him, they actually like Ernest figured out that like he just treated him nice and like loved him, and like that killed him. So like all the kids and even the kids from back in the day and finally Rimshot are back. Yay! And the last shot is Eartha Kitt like looks at the screen. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's like,
is it a freeze frame? I can't remember.
No, it's not.
It should have been a freeze frame, but still, that's a great ending.
But yeah, give this movie, I don't know, I have 4 out of 5 stars. I would give it 5 out of 5 stars, but it's hard for me to give anything like a perfect score.
Yeah,
like,
same. 4 out of 5 is a good.
I think 4 out of 5 because if the kids hadn't been a part of this, it would have been like 4.5, like or maybe 5. But like, they don't like ruin the movie, but like, it's one of those things where like every time, like you said, they're on screen, it's kind of like the proportions for like the Creature movie, like. When the Creature's not doing his shit, it's like, this sucks. And sadly, in that movie, it's like 95% of the movie is the Creature isn't doing anything. Whereas in this movie, it's like, it's mainly Ernest, and a couple times it's the kids. So it's better proportioned.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because I didn't want to watch a whole movie with bad acting in it. So I don't know. What do you think about?
I think, once again, we have a spotless record for perfect podcasts. No mistakes.
Yeah, we actually didn't have
Totally
any.
nailed it.
We didn't have any mistakes this time, actually.
We've never had a mistake.
Don't you fucking lie.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Do you have anything to say about Ernest in general?
He's
that we
great.
haven't already said? I don't know. I think we've kind of blown him.
We've sung the praises.
Yeah. We've sung the praises of fucking Ernest P. Worrell. So, next week, which is actually not going to be on a Saturday, it's going to be on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
The 14th, I think, is we have stuff going on this Saturday. Thursday the 14th, 6 p.m. as well.
Ghost Week.
Ghost
Ghost Week.
So what are we watching next week, Matt?
The
What did
Entity
and what did you nominate?
and Ghosts of Mars. What could go wrong?
God damn it!
The
I
ultimate
was
ghost
like,
movie.
how about a ghost movie? And you were like, Ghosts of Mars. So I'm like, well,
It's right there in the title.
technically, Matt is right because it has ghosts in the title, but
Is that title misleading? You be the judge.
we'll find out because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Can't wait.
So, yeah, next week we'll be doing Ghost Week. The Entity, like I said, like I'm actually kind of excited to watch this. I mean, not like for all the reasons, but like the first time I heard about this was when I watched like Sightings and the TV show back in the day, and they talked about a lady that was having issues with a ghost, and like the guy was like pretty much like, I thought she was holding something back, and when I pressed her further, she said, I've been attacked and raped by a ghost. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And it's like, apparently the only ghost photos to ever be published in like an actual photo magazine, like an actual real one. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully the movie isn't horrifying as far as like the sequence where the rape happens. But then we have
Spoiler alert. Sequences.
Yes. Oh, really? Nice. I mean, well, not nice, but and then we have Ghosts of Mars, your favorite John Carpenter film.
Right up there, man.
And then we're gonna talk about ghost encounters, locations, and I'm sure we'll probably also talk about ghost adventures. Zach Baggins and his haunted clown hotels, and what was the other thing? The
Haunted carnival rides.
So, cool.
Cool.
Do you have anything else to say for yourself?
It's been fun. Know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and find out how to end this shit. So, we'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.